All right, thanks, Missy, and hello, everybody, and welcome to In the Living Room with Tunch and Wolf. Not in the locker room, but in the living room. But he's Wolf, I'm Tunch, and Wolf, this is going to be the craziest draft ever.
First of all, hello. How you doing, Tunch? I ain't seen you in I don't know how long. This reminds me back in the day in the off season. You'd grab the family, head off to San Francisco, leave me here in Berg all by myself. So how are you, my friend?
Yeah. Well, I used to go to San Francisco because my parents lived out there, and every season would end, and I'd go out there for 3 weeks. But I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well, but, this being a little confined, Zooks, man, you know what? If I don't get out and get a little more walking, I think I'm going to be a contestant on that cable show, My 600-Pound Life, if you catch my drift.
Well, did you see the video that I filmed for Light of Life? It's the virtual walk. It's steps. It's a steps contest.
I saw, yes. I saw some of it. We're going to do that.
Yeah, so we're in competition for most steps.
We can do this. You know what? If you can have a virtual training camp or virtual off-season workouts like what they're doing, then I think we should have a virtual walk.
Well, you don't look big.
I didn't social distance myself enough from too many.
Yeah, I thought
problem. But you look good, Chaluch. You look like you've been doing a lot of walking.
Yeah, I've been walking twice a day. This is going to be the craziest. All the coaches are going to be at home, and all the players are going to be at home. All the scouts are going to be at home, and Roger Goodell is going to be at home. I can't wait to see his house.
I thought it was interesting. It's going to be in the basement. I'm sure it's just an unfinished game room. Maybe he's got a couple of things there. Yeah, right. Maybe not. How about the New Orleans Saints, Chaluch? The Saints own a brewery, like a restaurant brewery. So they're actually put their draft headquarters there.
Wow.
I think going to a restaurant would be a great thing, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is going to be an unusual draft. There's going to be no hugs, no handshakes, no crazy fans with dress up, no walking across the stage. And I can't wait to see every player's snacks.
Oh, exactly. But wait, Chaluch, we can do a virtual hug. See, raise your hands up. There we go. I'm hugging you, Chaluch.
I'm hugging you too.
There you go. All right.
This is no fun, the virtual hug.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah. So speaking of snacks, have you been eating a lot of donuts?
You know my weakness and proclivity to imbibing some of the sugar-ified foods there, and so, when they come along, it's kind of, I kind of do a superset. A little bit of donut action here and, a little bit of protein shake there, and before you know it, you're blowing up.
Yeah, speaking of the draft, I think it was our rookie year, the first year ESPN covered the draft.
Right,
were you watching the draft? Were you watching
I watched a little bit of it that I could, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy because my grandma kept calling all day long. I said, Grandma, back off, would you? I ain't been drafted yet. She called me at least 32 times.
Really?
Oh, my heavens. The woman was just crazed about it.
Yeah, well, I didn't think I was going to get drafted. My agent told me 12th round or free agent. And so I wasn't around. But they drafted me right after you in the 6th round. And
how about that? And by the way, would you say that again? For the camera. When was I drafted?
You were drafted 5th, and I was drafted 6th.
Oh, I think it was just 6th. See, not like quite 5th. That's all. Yeah. But who's in competition here, right?
Right. Yeah, and then But I was a college graduate. You were just an attendee.
Oh, you went there. You didn't have to do that.
Well, I wasn't around, and so they called my mom. And Coach Noel said, "Congratulations, Miss Ilkin, your son Tunch is drafted in the 6th round by the Steelers." And she freaked out because she thought I got drafted in the Army.
Oh, she must have melted down.
Right.
I know your mom so well, and you know what? She it just about crushed her.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, thinking you went into the Army.
Yeah. So the Steelers don't have a first-round pick.
Right.
But we got Minkah Fitzpatrick. And
Amen. Chaluch, every time somebody says the Steelers don't have a first rounder, I say, think of the return, that he had against whatever team you want. When he picked the ball up and went, long ball. What was it, LA or something? I mean, the man made so many big plays, did so many things to tie the back end of that defense together and put that back end in tune with the front end, because you got all kinds of havoc by those guys up front, right? But you got the back end that just didn't have quite the turnover skills that you would want with all the 50 plus sacks and pressures you're getting. Well, Minkah was the guy that started to bring it around.
Well, I think Minkah was the missing link in that secondary.
He was missing Minkah.
Missing Minkah. Yeah, so I don't care that they don't have a first round. So I want to talk about the free agents, but I really like the off-season collection of free agency and the trade. How about Eric Ebron? That was
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting pickup with this guy. I was a little bit surprised. Look, I thought maybe if anything, if I wouldn't have been surprised had they let Vance McDonald go.
Yeah,
they didn't, and maybe this is going to be a resolve to go a little too tight action. You think,
right?
Or I just think. And in my mind, going over this, Chaluch, I keep thinking to myself, Vance was on the edge of really making a mark prior to last year. His production dropped a little bit from 50 to 38 pass catches.
That was because the quarterback.
Right. He had 3 quarterbacks. If you got 3 quarterbacks, you don't have any quarterbacks. Right. So the point is, I still think Vance can be a highlight guy. I think you can go into this year thinking, in my mind, we got to force feed him a little bit. And you got Ebron, and we'll see how that all works out. But I still think Vance has got so much to produce for the Steelers this year.
Well, I think it's thunder and lightning. I think it's Vance is the thunder because he's so powerful and he runs over guys. And I think
stiff arm.
Yeah, and I think Eric is the lightning because he's such an athlete. He's got 27 touchdowns in 6 years, I think. He's a TD maker. You could split him out. You could play him H-back. He's got 3,100 yards. He's got great stats. He could play H-back. He could slot. Thunder and lightning. And Eric is the lightning with the big play capabilities. He's a great athlete. He runs great routes. He's fast. He's got great hands. He's agile.
Chaluch, let me ask you something, okay?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, okay? Because you think about these things deeper than I do. Though I'm a deep running guy, But the point is, I look at this and go, gee, you got a little bit of that thunder lightning. It's a little bit Gronk and Hernandez like, okay? Now, what you need? Well, maybe a good fullback. See, Bruce, it's not that Rosie wasn't a good fullback, but he was unavailable much. What do? You go out and get Derek. What are we looking at here now? Are we thinking about maybe we go to a little bit more too tight, a little fullback, regular?
Right.
Buckle up, baby, and maybe we slug it out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe some smash mouth. Derek Watt led the special teams and tackles last year, all of special teams in the NFL. He's a tough guy. All the Watt brothers are tough guys.
It's a family thing.
He can dig people on the. He digs people on. I mean, I saw some. Watching film on him for the Chargers, I saw that he, on the leads, he's good.
Well, he doesn't gather too much. If I recall, he harkens back to the days of yore, the fullbacks, when the Ron Wolfleys and such, the Lusaka Polites, the guys that come out and they launch into a guy. They don't gather and squat in the hole. You do that, you get a guy like that. James Conner was, to me, he's always seemed to be better with a fullback in front of him.
Right.
I like the idea of putting your hand in the dirt, come a little under center, be able to mix that shotgun underneath, as I've often talked about, and maybe a little powerhouse football could be at hand here.
Right. So, Derek is going to be a great addition. with the two tights, the fullback, we're going to come off the ball and jack people up. I'm really confident in that. And then how about the Chris Wormley trade? You know, how rare is it that the Ravens and the Steelers trade?
I was shocked, Chaluch.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're thinking, I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this like a Trojan horse thing? Who puts a productive player, trades him to a division opponent you're going to see twice a year? It makes no sense, right? But the guy, I can't see anything wrong with him. I went out and searched, and I was able to watch a little bit of film on him. And I saw three things that really I loved about this guy. Number one, he gets his hands inside quickly.
Right.
Boom.
Yes.
Number two, he gets a strong lockout. He locks out, and he's got a nice lean, and he stays strong. And number three, when you watch him on a pass rush, he disengages with either a really tight uppercut or a tight swim over the top.
Right.
I mean, he gets off the blocks, and he can chase to wherever the launch point is of the quarterback. I like those three things.
You know, he shoots his hands, and he's heavy-handed.
Yes.
And he's got a great first step. He's really quick off the ball. And he's got a great bull rush, and he knocks a lot of passes down. You know, he tips a lot of passes.
He had 7 PDs over the last 2 years. He's got the watch SWAT thing going on.
Yeah.
Right?
So, you know, he could play 3-4, two-gap tight end. He could play the 3 technique, and he could play on the center. So he's very versatile. Yeah,
so
he's played well.
When you look at him, do you not see a little Hindu with a guy like, say, Brett Kiesel?
Yeah.
Or the great Aaron Smith? Not the same. I ain't saying they're as good, you know, nothing like that yet. But you look at the body type. He runs well for a big man. 6'5", 300 pounds, basically.
Yeah.
290, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But he runs well. He accelerates coming off the block. I really, to me, there's nothing that I don't like about the guy.
And he's improved a lot from his rookie to last year. And so he's going to improve to this third year. And I think you know, he'll fit in nicely. That and then we bring in Stefen Wisniewski.
How about this? This is a homecoming, Chaluch.
Yeah.
I am so excited. You got Leo Wisniewski, of course, a great brother of ours, a guy that I played against him in college. He at Penn State. And then you and me against the Colts. Great brother in the Lord. Guy. Steph comes in high quality. Is this guy high quality or what? Yeah.
You know, Steph won a state championship at Central Catholic. So he goes to Penn State. He has a great career. Then he goes he's drafted by the Raiders. Right. And he plays well there. Then he goes to Jacksonville. And then he goes to Philly. They win a Super Bowl. Then he goes to Kansas City.
With him in the starting lineup.
Yeah. They go
into Kansas City.
Yeah. Then he goes to Kansas City and he wins a Super Bowl. And, you know, and could it be that he's coming to Pittsburgh to win another Super Bowl?
I'm liking it. You know, when the young man comes in, he's sporting that bling. You know, you show the boys, and they get a little hungry. And, you know, the other thing about it, he's just such a high-quality, number one, man. Yeah. Number two, high-quality competitor. And he's one of those guys in the locker room, in the classroom, that shows you what it looks like when you're a pro. A pro's pro. You know, reports early, stays late, works hard. That's thing. He doesn't get ruffled by in the lineup, out of the lineup as far as the starting. You put him in at any time, he performs. Center, guard, what have you. I love the pickup. It's great. And by the way, I think you'll join me in saying Ramon Foster, great career.
Yeah.
Love the heck out of the big ragu. And by the way, he does owe us a 7-layer lasagna.
Right, yeah. He didn't give us the lasagna.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
And so ragu, you heard it here.
Yeah. So B.J. Finney went to Seattle.
I know. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. But you know what Steph uses his hands well.
Yes.
He's thick and he's stocky. He's great. He's got great balance. He doesn't get overextended or thrown. He comes off the ball hard. He doesn't get bulled. And you know,
he's strong. He's a Wisniewski.
Yeah, he's a Wisniewski.
The Wisniewski's got foreheads like the Delamaliers. It's a log, you know?
Yeah,
they put a log on them.
And they're all strong.
Oh, they are incredibly. Yeah. Leo used to come in my gym even after he was retired. He'd walk over to the dumbbell bench. He'd pick up a pair of 120 pounders and rep out on the dumbbell benches with 120 pound dumbbells. I mean, just a strong dude.
Yeah, and Steph loves the Lord. He's got a great ministry. So those are the off-season pickups. I love them. And I think the Steelers are going to be good. And so
there's more. There's other guys, but these are the primo ones.
Right.
I'm excited because you had to plug that center guard backup deal, right? Yeah. Whether we go with Matt Filer competing with Wiz or Wiz gets the starting nod, you got competition. That's all good and well. You got the tackle competition and so forth. So you're covered, though. You're covered in your bases, and I think you needed to do that. So I say right now, high props to Kevin Colbert and the crew.
Yeah.
Getting the people that they need.
Right, yeah. Well, we're out of time. Let's send it back to Missy.
Wait a minute. We got a quarter I can put in here.
Yeah.